Hey, welcome everyone. In this video, I'm going to teach you how to upgrade the storage in a Lenovo Legion 5. This particular model is from 2024, and it's the 16IRX9 model. Now, if you want to see the written version of the instructions, you can find a link to my website in the video description. So this is the 2024 model that I purchased. I'm still using it. It's a fantastic machine, but I do want to upgrade the storage drive. To get this done, first and foremost, you need a clean, dust-free environment. I know that sounds like common sense, but if you're new to this, you might not be aware of that. Now, the next thing is, of course, you want to be in an area where you won't build up a lot of static electricity. So try to avoid doing this on, say, a carpeted floor, for example. And you do also want to have, if possible, an anti-static wrist strap of some kind. What that basically does is allow you to stay grounded. They're super cheap. And again, some of the things might go without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway, just in case. Make sure the power is completely disconnected from the laptop. And when you disconnect the power, if you just did, I would say wait at 30 seconds minimum, just to be safe. You want to do this on a nice soft surface if possible. I'm just putting it on my motherboard box, which is sufficient. It's not going to scratch anything and cause any damage. In addition to this, the screws are a bit small that we need to open from the back. There are 10 of them on this particular unit. It's a 16-inch laptop after all. So taking the screws out is the easy part. The annoying part, even for someone experienced like myself, when you haven't done this for the first time in a particular model, is removing the bottom panel, the plastic itself. Because it kind of varies by model to computer and so on and so forth. You get the idea. Ideally, what you want to do is get something thin enough to kind of fit between the laptop bottom panel rather, and the rest of the body itself. I'm using my screwdriver. I have tons of experience doing this with many laptops, especially when I used to work as a service desk analyst in an enterprise environment, so I'm okay and confident in this. I recommend starting from the side if possible, because if you do slide and make a scratch, it's not as visible on the front. Doing on the side is less likely to be visible if that does happen. Also, do not start from the back, okay? You need to either do the sides or the front first, and just kind of slowly jimmy and shift around the edges until we get to a position where you can get your fingers kind of in the plate, and then lift it up ever so slowly from one end to the other to release the back. Do not try to jimmy the back open, okay? Do that with just pulling the case up. The next step with the laptop open, this is critical, okay, is to disconnect the battery. You want to have no power connectivity whatsoever. This is extremely important. So in order to get this done, I have the giant battery here. And what I'm going to try to do is use my fingers here. This is very important. I'm not going to use any tools. Do not use tools at all at this point. And just kind of use your nails if possible and just kind of jimmy it and wiggle it a little bit left and right and pull at the same time. Do not pull on the wires. Pull on the black plastic bracket. And if in case you're wondering why is it kind of blurred, it's because I'm trying to block the serial number and information on my motherboard, so pardon that. So with the laptop disconnected, again, I just wait another 10-15 seconds and we'll go to the upgrade part. At this point, we have two options with this particular unit. You can either take out the existing SSD and replace it with the one that you bought. So that's what I'm doing, because the existing SSD I'm going to use in my TrueNAS system. I'm building a home server. I plan to make some videos on how to get that done very shortly. If you want to leave the existing storage unit in there, the SSD that comes with the laptop, you can do that because there is a second M.2 SSD slot. So you can actually add a second drive there. So in my particular situation, the SSD in here is a size 2242. What that basically means is that the width of the SSD is 22 millimeters and the length is 42 millimeters. Hence the name, you put those numbers together, 2242. The SSD that I purchased is 2280. Notice it's significantly longer. So it's the same width of 22 millimeters, but the length is 80 millimeters, hence the sizing of being 2280. Now I'm going to take out the 2242 SSD. This is the one that comes with my laptop. Unscrew that screw. The SSD will kind of pop upwards and you can just slide it out easy peasy. Now, if you're going to put in another 2242 physical size SSD, there's nothing to do. You literally just pop it in, press it down very gently, and put the screw back in that you originally took out. And then you continue with the next step. Except in my situation, my SSD is too large. And here in the middle, you'll notice this little piece here. It's called a standoff. That basically allows where the original SSD was kind of screwed into. We want to remove that. So part of my computer screwdriver multi-kit has like this little socket end. So I'm using that to take it out. With that removed, it's important because if I try to put my existing 2280 SSD upgrade, it'll press on that standoff. It'll wedge the SSD and cause probably physical damage. And it's just going to be a bad situation. So remove that standoff if you're in a situation like myself. Pop in the SSD at it like almost a 30-degree angle. press it down very gently, and then put the screw in and you're good to go. And if you look at the inside of the case, you notice that there's like this spongy, sticky material. Try not to touch it if possible. It's much shorter than my new SSD. That's basically a heat absorption sponge. I'm not going to remove it. We want to leave it. Do you need to add more material for an increased SSD size like mine? I don't think so, to be honest. I always keep mine in a well ventilated area. It's usually on a desk. It's not ever sitting on a pillow, my laptop. I always have good ventilation. A lot of the ventilation is also at the back anyway. I think it might be a bit overkill, but if you're abusing your laptop, it's running like 8 hours a day of video gaming or video rendering, just download some software like you can get for Windows or Linux where it monitors the temperature of your SSD and you can just do some live monitoring. And if you feel that it is getting too hot, then you can maybe get some additional material there. But honestly, I think you're just better off just using it and observing. And this is a good point to now reconnect the battery. So putting the back panel back on is fairly easy. You just want to kind of line up all the edges as close as possible and just press gently. The reason I say gently, it's the same logic as mechanics when it comes to putting the hood down on a car when they're done the repairs or whatever. Because what has happened, you hear some horror stories of some mechanics leaving like a wrench or a socket on the engine or something else, and they just slam the hood down and it leaves a dent because they forgot to pick up their tools. It's the same logic here. You don't want to maybe forget that you left a screw in there or a piece of your screwdriver, maybe the end bit or something. Press it very gently and just kind of clip the sides. I tend to go around the edges 3 times just to be safe. I tend to find that that works best because sometimes I miss a minor spot. So with the back panel on, I do not recommend you put the screws in just yet, okay? The reason being is what I suggest you do is turn the laptop over and power it on and get into the BIOS. To get into the BIOS, it kind of depends on where your unit was manufactured, even if you have the same model number as me, but typically it's F2. Some models might have to press function and F2 at the same time, just kind of keep hammering those buttons upon boot up. And what you want to basically do is go into the BIOS and find your storage unit. Does the motherboard even recognize it? Okay, that's very important. If it cannot recognize it, you did something wrong, or the SSD, if you got it used, which is a bad idea, could be defective. Plug it into another computer, try to see what's going on. But basically, I recommend that you see, does the BIOS even recognize it? If it recognizes it, then just press and hold the power button at this point and just shut it back down. And then we can resume with putting the screws in, which I typically do in almost like a star pattern. I do the 4 corners first if possible. And then, of course, I do the rest of the edges and then the 2 inside screws. You don't have to do it like that. I don't always do it like that, truth be told, but it is actually best practice to get the corners in first. So I hope you found this video useful. If you did, be sure to check out my website link in the video description. Hit the like button, it does help. Subscribe, it literally helps my channel grow. And maybe consider hitting the super thanks button, which is a little heart icon below this video, because I have to make these videos after hours when I'm not working. And that's a wrap.